James Kaufman will news report today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am single-handedly responsible for the huge 5.5 magnitude earthquake in Louisiana. Anything Deutschland said was bullshit. Anything anyone says is going to be bullshit. Find the truth out right here. So, I work for 3 companies in this area. This was probably 5.5 Incorporated. Also worked for Chesapeake and Dominion in this area. And this is Red River Parish. Also, well, we own 2 of the plantations on the Red River. The Lacaz plantation, where my mother grew up. We gave it up, had to, and bought it back. And the Beauregard plantation, we bought that back too. So, they're going to really learn where this earthquake went off. Of course, we're drilling for natural gas there, and it was a fracking earthquake. Anyone that tells you anything different is lying, as usual, much as shit. That's my property, my everything. I teased my uncle all that long about it. The mayor of Natchitoches, the city, Natchitoches County, y'all figure it out real quick. All right, zoom in. It's easy to find these features that are drillable, right? This goes, well, through a 3D shoot I did for 5.5 with about 30 to 40 attorneys full-time for 3 or 4 years. Actually, my uncle's daughter, who now is a lead ICE prosecutor in Baton Rouge, was the head of this. I made her head of this project because I could trust her. Leanne, how you doing, girl? I hope you see this. She'll bust you a new one, too. Anyway, what this is part of pretty much our area. So we did this 3D shoot over 4 counties for 5.5, and we did options. A 3D shoot with options to lease on everything. And she was leading it for me. I was out of Houston. She was out of Natchitoches, Louisiana. And which is going to be right there. Oh. I was going to just wait for the show, so I'll show you all plantations if they're that important to you, etc. Anyway, so it was a 5.5. It was came in at DYF 5, a 6 on the shake map. Look at the depth, 11.1 kilometers. Pretty deep for a fracking earthquake. Okay, pretty deep. But of course, I instantly knew that I had leased that property. So I've been teasing my uncle and my cousin all that long. I said, that's Leanne's fault. That's Leanne's fault. She was in charge. That is Leanne's fault. Y'all see this feature come down here. Well, it's another fault line where 2 faults pushed together, i.e. just like the New Madrid, the pressure of them pushing together causes hydrocarbons, okay? If I would have known what I know now 100 years ago and had satellite, I'd be a trillionaire. So the 2 faults pushed together through here up to Shreveport. Now we did a 3D over 3, 4, 5 counties here. And we optioned every single county out. This is the 3rd major earthquake in the last 1 week. It's just going to get worse. My mom's brother is the mayor of Natchitoches, or was the mayor of Natchitoches. And so I had a little fun with him tonight. Now, my lead was my cousin, and I guess she's not my cousin. She's my niece. I feel so old. And now she runs ICE. Now fuck around and find out. My other one in Pineville, my other uncle, is a federal judge, one of only 12 in the U.S. Come after me. F around and find out. So I can be all fancy and show you the Cat's Plantation and the Boulevard Plantation. We've lost them and then bought them back. My 3 nephews or nieces and nephews won the tobacco and the heroin, cases, and they bought everything back for us. We lost them because we had a grandfather that, wasn't all there. So, real quick, watch. Y'all see 77 right here in that drill site right there? That's a drill site, boys. That's a drill site. Look, it was the same drill site. And yes, that's Mary Magdalene Church. That's where, and I have 1% of this well right here. Mary Magdalene Church. Could it be so perfect? I don't think it can be. We cleared this out, and I call him my nephew. I guess he is my nephew. He's 50. Happy birthday. I know you're having a big party. Big crawfish bowl on the lake. They've got all the boats, all the fucking equipment. It's going to be epic, man. They invited me, but I won't be going. Epic, man. Epic. Let me just say this. He's a good guy. Shout out to you. That's your brother. I call him Randy. This site here these are the old Erics. These look like little fake pictures. They don't look like real. Look. They don't look like real deals. Those are the pictures of the old Erics. And then the quake was right over here near Lee Lake, okay? Well, I'm going to teach you what fracking's about. My cousin got the award, big old belt buckle. He's got a $300,000 F-350 or F-250. He got an award for the longest fracking well. 6 miles. 6 miles this year. And this is where it was. Just FYI. So we're not drilling over here. The pads are everywhere. But remember, the wells, these are some of the longest wells that they've ever drilled and fracked. 6 miles. He got some kind of award for it. He's not a driller. He's a engineer, mud engineer. But he's got to be out there and take on those hard motherfuckers, right? Sometimes. Let me just say this. You can come to see our plantations down there. Natchez, Louisiana. Everything else right here. So, not that I only do the 3 or 4 county 3D, which means shooting off a half of dynamite every 50 to 100 yards, and then, having trucks around there to trace those reverbs off the ground to figure out where there's pockets. We did it for 5 or 6 years. It's called the Haynesville Shale. I want to teach y'all what fracking was really about. It's a nasty business. If y'all ever believe that they can protect the water table here, it's a joke, right? So what do? They put chemicals, sand and water, but fuck that. They inject chemicals to break open or permeate the rock. And then what they do is they go to total depth. There's a shell there, and it's usually a curve, of course. And what they do is they fill the drilling cylinder with chemicals that can break rocks. Now, if you think they're breaking rocks and they're not breaking through the water table here, you're a fool. I've seen Exxon have to buy entire counties in New Mexico, right? So let's say this is much deeper, right? And there's no problem with the water table, right? Well, the acid is what it is. It's acid. It permeates the rocks. That's a frac. And it makes them more permeable. Whereas it used to cost a lot more money to retrieve the natural gas or oil. Here we find a pocket of it. We go directionally, and then we permeate the rocks with acid. Acid. What's wild is I have overrides, 1% overrides on both of these wells. That's the wildest thing ever. Now, I'm not happy about it. The saltwater zone is always much, much lower than the freshwater zone. Regulate your hydrocarbons are even deeper than that. But let me just say, you see this red shit here? In my opinion, if you're putting acid that can break through rocks through this pipe, and that'll be my cousin's opinion too, that runs the show up there, right on the ground. It can break through rocks and make them permeable. Why wouldn't it go right through that little steel shell, even with casing around it, right? Even with casing around it. And then once you do break through, you start fracking, releasing acid through the long directional drill there. Who's to say that it stops at the saltwater zone? The acid just keeps going everywhere it can. It makes everything permeable. All they care about is recovery. All they care about is recovery here, okay? That's it. Now, I lease that property. I have the lease with me tonight. Here's one of my projects, the Elm Grove project. I really thought my name would be in this report because I used to do these reports for them. This was, about $300 million bucks? About $300 million. 140 operated wells. 15 non-op. That means other people had more. Always use other people's money. 20 downspacing wells. I thought my name was going to be in this report when I found it. It was not. It's so funny. Petra Hawk did nothing. I recovered all the gas. I did everything there. Right? Even though it's worth billions of dollars. Of course, I was paid nicely. I'm still making money. I won't lie to you guys, but there it is right there. And believe it or not, the reason y'all don't know the name is because, well, although they still stand as Petroc Energy, the Haynesville Shale, which is the name of the play we're looking at, they've actually sold out to an Australian company. So what caused? All the little shit that Deutsch fuck said made me tell you all the truth. I get a 1% override on both those wells to the south. Guys, I did 6 years on that project. My niece ran it, okay? He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's not the Central American Craton. It's nothing of that. You can see the Central American Craton right here. And that's not, this is the New Madrid right here. None of that's even in play. This is all about us fracking the fuck out of a well right there. Period. Right. God bless you guys. I guess I will get some rest, but God, I hate ignorance. Although ignorance is bliss. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.